You press this button. Go to this button. Press this button. 60, 59,
What am I?
58, countdown, 57, Slade and Mayson Show, 55, 54. This continues to be a countdown. Don't call me what? 50, 49, 48. You're listening to the countdown to the Slade and Mayson Show. 45, 44, 43. This is the continued countdown to the Slade and Mason Show. 39, 38. Right now, 37. You're listening 36, to the countdown 35, to the Slade and Mason Show. 33. Please stand 32, by as you are listening to the countdown 30, to the Slade and Mason Show. 28, 27. This 26. Of course,
guys, so
exact. The Slade and Mason Show. 23, 22. We continue 21 with the countdown to the Slade and Mason Show. 18. 17, stand by, 16, as we are 15, now delivering the countdown to the Slade and Mason Show. 12, 11, yes, 10, this is our countdown to the Slade and Mason Show. 6, 5, ready, 4, go, 3, 2, 1.
Now broadcasting from the Dan Mason Studios, deep in the heart of Virginia, it's the Slade and Mason Show.
Quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack, quack. Hi, I'm J.D. Slade.
I'm Dan Mason.
And this is the Slade and Mason Show.
Good morning, Mr. Slade.
Good morning, Mr. Mason.
All right, let's take care.
Hold on. I believe that is my phone, so I'll be back in a moment.
Oh, okay. Do we pause this? Do we start this over again?
I've already taken care of it.
All right,
that was my car part order.
Okay. I have to take care of something real quick, too. Here we go. One more.
Who did you just shoot?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Couple more. Hold on. That one. There. There we go. That should take care of it. All right. I just want to take care of the white elephant in the room. All right. So anyway, this is a Slade and Mason show.
I was going to say, are we now down to 12 children?
Oh, my gosh. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Slade.
And Dan's going to do the disclaimer.
All right. So here we go. The Slade and Mason show is all about you. Oh, and us.
That's what we tell you anyway.
And then it proves to be something else. It's almost like a radio program where, we share with you news and stories and things we see throughout the week. And
only better.
Only much better. And it's our take on it. Basically, just saying the things you're thinking in your evil little mind, which you would never hear on the radio, because then that would be the last time you hear it on the radio.
Believe me, I know. I work in real radio.
Oh, my gosh. We're just trying to have some fun. Don't take it too seriously. Just enjoy. All the music is brought to you by Dano Music. Dano Music, because Dano Music has music, and Dano gives it away for free. If you mention the fact that Dano Music has music for free, and we put a link on our website. And also, don't forget to check out our Instagram page, because there's that picture from 2016 we got up there. Some people have actually been commenting. It was great. Appreciate that. Program is brought to you in part by Icy Something Icy Treats. We'll talk about that a little bit later there. Please, by all means, make sure you tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell cops you see on the street. Tell them all.
Don't tell cops.
Don't tell cops. Tell the mail person. Yeah. Tell the mail person that you listen to the Slade and Mason show as you fill out your census report. Remember, it's census season, gang.
That's right. You can be counted.
Remember to feed your census and feed it often.
Hey, Dan.
Well, what?
The picture that is on my mug, my Slade and Mason mug, is that the one that's up on our Instagram page?
No. The composite picture?
You need to put that one on there, man.
I got to find that sucker. All right. That'll be my That will be my duty for the day.
Okay, that.
Actually, I did my duty, but I'll do another duty.
You said duty.
Oh my gosh! All right, do you have a morning rant for us?
It's not a rant this morning because it's like I'm feeling very, very generous because on Monday, I believe, no, it was on Monday. Monday was National Puppy Day.
Aw, puppies, so cute.
Yeah. Now, a survey by the University of Portsmouth tells us that dogs evolved that sad puppy eye to become more appealing to humans.
Yep.
You thought that this was just a coincidence. No. Researcher Julian Kazminski said that dogs have a small muscle that allows them to intensely raise their inner eyebrow, which wolves don't. Now, the evidence was compelling that dogs developed the muscle after they domesticated from wolves. When dogs make the movement, it seems to elicit a strong desire to humans to look after them. Now, this would give dogs that move, that their eyebrows more a selection advantage over others, and reinforce this puppy dog eyes. I thought that was all just a boo, but no, dogs actually have developed this so that they can con humans.
That's right. So as their teeth are snarling at you, and they put those puppy dog eyes. Hi.
Yeah, again, George Carlin did a bit years ago, the difference between dogs and cats. Dogs have eyebrows. Cats have that, whatever that thing is, the 18 hairs,
Whiskers.
Dogs can look at you and go, please, let me have some of that you're eating. While cats are like, give me that. Dogs, it's like when you look at them, if they've disappointed you, they look at you as, I'm so sorry that I've disappointed you. I feel so ashamed, like I don't belong on the planet. Dogs have got it made. I guess that is why I really am a dog person, because dogs are stupid.
Yes.
Dogs are, and I don't want people to go around doing this to find out. But, if you take a rolled up newspaper and you get a dog on the nose and the dog runs away and you go, here, puppy, the dog's going to come back. Listen.
Hi, how you doing? What's going on? Oh, that hurt. Oh, my nose.
Come on here, Rover.
Hi, how are you doing?
Now, listen, I will tell you one more thing that dogs are good for man. Because dogs, if you have a cute dog, man, you have a chick magnet. I'm telling you, the American Kennel Club tells us this. 1 in 14 people has used their dog to find a new mate. 40% of women said that they would stop to chat with a man who was accompanied by a cute puppy.
Yeah, there's a guy I used to work with. He says, listen, here's what you got to do. You got to borrow a dog. Doesn't matter whose dog it is. Just borrow a dog, okay? Or better yet, he says, don't even have to worry about the dog. Just go to the local park, take a couple steaks and rub them all over your pants, right? And then go walk. Dogs will come right to you. Oh, the dog loves you. Oh, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
You'll never find.
Now,
I hate to tell you this, but you smell like ground chuck. That's funny. It was sirloin this morning.
Rare. All right, so I've had a number of dogs in my life. It's like my first dog that I remembered is I had a boxer, and the boxer's name was Queenie. Mm-hmm. And Queenie she was so ugly she was cute.
That's great.
And she also was very protective. On any number of times, I can remember having Queenie grab me by the back of my britches to pull me back where I was going out.
Wow.
All right, so there are some dogs. I've had a Cocker Spaniels. I've had a Border Collie, an Australian Shepherd. Now, so I decided I wanted to find out what the naughtiest dog breeds were. All right, so believe it or not, number 5. And this was one of my best dogs, a border collie.
Mm-hmm.
But border collies are also skittish.
Yes, they are.
And it's like, so when we have a thunderstorm, I found out that this dog was incredibly strong because I closed the dog into a room so that, I could get some peace. And man, a big clap of lightning came through. And I mean, this dog tried to tear the door out of the frame.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this dog was incredibly strong, but that was one of my best dogs. Number 4, the Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Just the ugliest dog in creation. I mean, really, just, think Courageous Cat and remember the character, the frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like someone poured acid all over their face.
Yeah. All right. Exactly. At number 3, and this was the absolute best dog I'd ever had. Cocker Spaniels are considered the naughtiest dog breed, the 3rd naughtiest dog breed. And I don't know why, because they are really, I think they're beautiful animals. I just love the way their ears shape.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
Go ahead.
I'm not a cruel person, but if I were a cruel person and I were going around kicking dogs, yeah, number 2 would be my first choice. Jack Russells.
Oh, so
they are annoying.
Yes, they can be very demanding. They're like a dog with like a Siamese cat rolled into it. With the attitude of Leona Helmsley.
A turducken, huh? All right, so, and the only one that I dislike even more are Yorkshire Terriers, Yorkies. Oh, man. Like I said, the Yorkies are not dogs. Yorkies are dog helpers. I mean, again, they're snacks for dogs.
Oh, God.
The number 1 naughtiest dog breed. Do you have any idea who it might be? And you're going to be surprised. I know you are.
Chihuahua.
Because you would think of, what is that black dog with the orange in it?
Labrador?
Yes.
Really?
Labradors are the naughtiest dog breed, according to Pets at Home.
Oh.
So, again, it's like golden retrievers are beautiful,
but stupid.
But they're stupid, and they're also the 6th worst breed as far as, So, again, if you've got any of those dogs, you got trouble on your hands.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So,
you would enjoy that because you have a new dog. Well, it's not new anymore, but you have a dog that you have to walk every day.
Yep, coming up on a year. Yep. That's the daily dog. That's Nymeria. That's the something. What do you guys call it? The something wolf. I did not watch that series. What was that TV series everybody's watching?
What series? It's like I don't want
the one where it was like the ancient times and medieval, and everybody kept losing and putting 7-Eleven cups in the foreground.
Dynasty. Dallas.
No, it was recently done. Oh, man.
I have no idea what
I can't think of what it was. Yeah, I don't know what it was. But anyway, that's where the dog's name came from, Nymeria. So people are right now, they're screaming at our podcast right now going, it's the name of the place. What's the matter with you people? Don't you watch it? No, we don't watch television. That's our problem.
Television, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't have television either. I unplugged that about 20 years ago, so couldn't tell you.
It's really weird because I know that I do keep up with current events. Do not get me wrong. I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But current events do not rule my life.
No, nor should they.
And so when I get off the air, it's like, okay, I'm closing the door to the outside world and I'm going into my little utopia.
Yes.
And in my utopia, you know what's playing all the time?
Huh.
Family Guy.
You are really out of it. It's great.
Futurama.
That's where you're getting all your news feeds from.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let me finish up and put a period on my morning talk.
Uh-huh.
We have figured out as men, we are the scummiest creatures on the earth.
Yeah.
And we will use anything to make it with the opposite sex. And so we have been fed all this bull. A survey by Petsy's tells us that 24% of men are perceived as sexier when they've been holding a puppy.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
try
Yeah.
that with a German Shepherd. or what's that dog with the whiskey around its neck? A Saint Bernard.
St. Bernard.
There-
Yeah.
That's
Arf.
real sexy.
Woof, woof, woof.
Oh, or a bulldog that slobbers everywhere. It's like, yeah.
So,
Again, of course, if things go right, you will have some woman like that if she follows your lead. All right,
I gotta get rid of the dog then.
Men. Now here it is. Men who hold large dogs are perceived as 2% sexier.
2%.
Men who hold
A whole
dogs
2% sexy.
who have hernias.
Yeah, carrying around a poop bag that weighs 9 pounds.
Oh, that's right. They still have to do that. See, again, I mean, I missed all that because by the time I stopped having dogs, they had finally come up with that pooper scooper law where you have to walk around with a plastic bag and, again, yeah.
Pick up after your dog. Nobody wants to step in that or smell it, for God's sake.
But horses are all right. Guys.
Yeah, all right, that's right. Let them drop anywhere you want. Then we turn into fertilizer. Hey.
All right. So do you have, I mean, and I'll ask you this question and I'll leave you alone. You aren't one of those pet owners, are you? One that's got like 17 outfits for your dog to wear.
Oh, hell no. They were born with it. Why should I, look, no.
It was a very good fur coat, naturally.
No.
So why should they be wearing cotton briefs?
Gosh.
The show has gone to hell already, man. I can already tell you.
Because polyester chafes. Oh, God. All right, you know what? Oh, my gosh. So, I'm documenting that one. Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, so I don't forget, you are a genius.
Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Well, here's some data for you. There's an old gas blob around Uranus. Found in a vintage Voyager 2 data discovery. Yep. Turns out, gang, Uranus is pushing out huge amounts of gas. I can't make this up. Oh my gosh! According to space.com, and I'll post the link here. There is a huge, fantastic amount of gas being emitted from Uranus that they found in old vintage 30-year-old information as Voyager 2 is passing by the planet. They didn't realize it. They went over it. They took a look at the data, but now they found out they used the projected models, and they found that, yeah, it's pushing out. It has a magnetic stream like no one's ever seen before. So they're very, very excited about this gassy planet. And so there'll be lots more to hear about that, about Uranus expelling gas. I just can't make this stuff up. Oh, my gosh. So,
hey, Dan.
Yes.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Wait a minute. All right. I want you to give me the lead to that story just as you gave it the first time.
All right. Old gas.
About Uranus.
All right.
And
Here we go. Old gas blob from Uranus. Okay. That's it. All right. Moving on. Hey, so here's another interesting thing. Did you know?
Oh,
you
God.
you know Neil Young's Rust Never Sleeps. You know what else? You know what else never sleeps? Yeast. Yeast.
I'm afraid to ask.
It's yeast.
Who?
So, you know what yeast is. Yeast. Yeast.
Yeast.
Speaking
okay,
of-
yeast
spe-
never sleeps. That's
Yes.
right. It is a living organism.
Yeah, speaking of gas. So what happened was, I think about 3-4 weeks
So
ago.
what happened was,
Well, what had happened was, I think I told you about 3-4 weeks ago, I made a strawberry
Root beer.
blended. Well, before that, it was a strawberry blended soda in the refrigerator with using leftover strawberries. Now, the problem was there was so much pectin in the strawberry that it made it almost like into a jello.
you are dropping out. Hey,
Oh.
buddy, you're dropping out.
All right, well, I'm right here. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So, try it again. So, strawberries
Your
blended.
strawberry treat.
Yeah, strawberry treat. Blended it. I put some yeast in it with some sugar, and I was going to make a soda out of it. And I thought maybe the pulp would precipitate out, but it didn't. It almost turned into like a jello. So I put it in the refrigerator, and I thought, whatever. And I left it. But a little bit later, we were cleaning out the refrigerator, and we took it out of its 2-liter bottle and left it in the garage. And at about, I have to check my notes here. At about 8:45 last night, it sounded like someone had let off a 45 Magnum in the garage. I got strawberry goo splattered everywhere. So I'll just say the ants are going to be fed really well for the next couple of days.
The ants are going to like move you out of that house.
Yeah, there is going to be this black massive, because mind you, it went into the concrete, and concrete is very porous, so it just went. So now I got this strawberry explosion stuck. And I didn't put that much yeast in. Yeast has a way of just kind of, is there
Dan?
more to eat?
Hey,
More to
Dan.
eat? Yeah, yes,
Dan?
yeah.
Okay. I'm all right. So let's see. We talked about your strawberry mess.
Yeah.
We've talked about your failed root beer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything right in the kitchen, man?
Uh,
I mean, your Coca-Cola is now probably mush.
the couple of things. So I did make the lemon orange citrus ale. It was a winter ale.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Okay, so here's what it is. So here's how you make it. For those of you at home who don't have it, take a bottle of seltzer. Take about a capful of Everclear. Pour that in. There you go. And now take the juice of 9 lemons and just pour that straight in. Give it a quick stir and start drinking it. Oh, where's the sugar? Oh yeah, there is no sweetness. This is like lemonade death. It's just like it's. And I got like 3 cases of it. So if anybody wants to,
my question to you
Yeah.
is: have you done anything right in the last 4 months in the kitchen?
so I mean,
Because
no.
you're cheap like I am. You have to eat or drink your failures.
Oh yeah, I'll be drinking that lemon citrus for months to come. So I did make some bread the other day, and that did turn right. So I got some bread, but I can't figure out. Now there's a certain chewiness that bread has that when you buy it at the store, either be it Wonder Bread or a top of the shelf Italian bread or something. But mine is more like bread slash is crunchy.
Like a Zwayback.
It just breaks apart, man. It has no body to it, and I think it's the gluten. I gotta.
Like I said, it's like a Zwayback. I've been on a number of diets over the course of the years because I've always been a fat son. So anyway,
Yes.
and then there was one diet where they said, okay, so if you're a bread freak, well then here we can substitute something that will be just like bread.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many of you remember what Zwaybacks are.
It's bread for babies.
Yeah. It is the worst.
Your teeth hurt? Here, put this in your mouth.
I mean, well, if your teeth don't hurt, by the time you finish one Zwayback,
they will.
They'll be bleeding. Gums will be bleeding everywhere. So, I mean, it's like I said I was determined that I was going to try this diet. And no, I'm sorry. Zwaybacks are not going to make it. If you see a diet and it says anything about a Zwayback, you just set that on fire. Don't even bother to read any more about it, because Zwaybacks, that is the cruelest thing we can do to kids, man. I mean, give them a pretzel stick, as opposed to one of those things, because they are awful. It's the worst. I don't even know what kind of bread that is they're making with that.
Directions for making Zwayback. First, take river stone. Grind the river stone into 1/8 inch pieces. Add 2 cups of water and 1 egg. Bake at 350 degrees for 25 minutes. Enjoy
You are
this.
not kidding, man. It's like, try to bite a Zwayback.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
It's no wonder it's like babies have to drool all over it to soften it up.
Gross. And then you put it back and it holds its shape. It's like this weird twisted pretzel with child tooth marks in it.
Oh, yes. Parents, we are cruel.
Yeah.
We are cruel. We
Oh,
are
my gosh.
cruel.
Now, you mentioned dogs, but cats. All right. So, we care for a stray.
Yeah, you do. You do
It's
have
a-
a straight.
Well, I don't know. It's a stray, or I don't know what it. If it's a stray,
No, now it's a member of the family.
yeah,
'cause
yes,
you can
it's
now take it as a deduction on your taxes.
poor brown kitty. So brown kitty has been with us for.
Wait a minute. Now look, you don't even have the courage to give the cat a proper name.
Brown
so
kitty.
you call it brown kitty.
Brown kitty.
Brown kitty. Hey, white boy. Get it?
Gosh. Now you've had
I'm
cats
just
in your
picking up
past,
the right for the cat.
but you've had a cat in the past, right?
Oh, I've had numbers of cats. I told you. Listen, I
Yeah.
lived in a house with 63 cats.
Yeah. So what is it with cats leaving us treats?
Oh, you mean like fur balls
No.
or dead birds
Yeah.
or mouse heads? I mean, yeah, it's like, listen. That is a measure of love.
I
from
know.
that
I know. I know.
And I say this because, like I say, I would go ahead and when we'd have a mouse, it's like all of a sudden there would be a mouse head left there for me.
Yes.
They would eat everything but the mouse head.
Yes.
So there's nothing like looking up and seeing these two little dark circles and fur around the nose.
All dried out and gross and whiskers all flipped out.
Nobody.
Yeah. So our outdoor cat, brown kitty, really, really, really loves me.
Yes.
Yes, we found the remains of a squirrel. The 2 hind legs from the 3rd joint back. Some, and I'll just say
Mango.
some other stuff. Oh, God.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah.
let me tell you this, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
No woman is ever going to love you as much as Brown Kitty loves you. I'm telling you. Now, you think about that.
Uh-huh.
You think about all the women that you've known in your life.
Mm.
Not one of them has ever thought so much of you than to bring you the hind parts of a squirrel.
Thank goodness for this break. Sadly, however, we will return to the Slade and Mayson show.
Today in history, March 29th, 1632. The Treaty of Saint-Germain is signed, returning Quebec to French control after the English seized it in 1629. They remarked it was just too darn cold up here. 1806, construction is authorized of the Great National Pike, better known as the Cumberland Road, became the first United States federal highway. It is 600 miles long and should be completed in the year 2044. Right on time and on budget. 1871, the Royal Albert Hall is opened by Queen Victoria. The first performance was, I believe, Mephisto Waltz No. 1 by Franz Liszt, and then after that, followed by Electric Light Orchestra. 1886, Dr. John Pemberton brews the first batch of Coca-Cola in a backyard in Atlanta, Georgia. Seems they were having a backyard party, and he brewed it up. Oddly, someone showed up with these weird flat chips that had like these ridges in them. Some guy named Ruffle. I don't know. 1974, NASA's Mariner 10 becomes the first space probe to fly by Mercury. Now, before you plan your next trip there, you gotta realize that most of the atmosphere is primarily helium, so your voice is gonna sound really goofy. And you have a nighttime temperature of negative 297 degrees Fahrenheit, and in the daytime it's a blistering 367. So you better bring your insulated jammies. And finally, 2004. The Republic of Ireland becomes the first country in the world to ban smoking in all workplaces, including bars and restaurants. This, of course, the more lax of the two rules. The first one was that you were allowed to continue smoking inside the bars and workplaces. You were just not allowed to exhale. I'm Dan Mason, and that's March 29th.
Don't waste your time going to Mackey's or Brimley's. You'll wind up having to go to the dunny for 20 minutes after eating. Their meat can be a tad dodgy. Plus, you'll be risking needing to take a sickie. If you're looking to get your evening tea, you need to set your eyes on a Joey burger from Pouchies, fresh from the Outback. Pouchies. We don't like to call them roadkill. We like to call it nature's reclamation. We have spotters all throughout Australia, spotting a downed boomer or flyer within moments of getting hit by a Yuri. The roos are dropped into a giant-sized stubby holder packed with ice, and then added to our facility for processing. The meat is lean, delicious, and really good for you. So if you're ready for the best tasting burger that'll have you returning to us faster than a twice-chucked boomerang, come on down to Pouchies for an amazing Joey burger. Fresh from the road? Come on down to Pouchies. You'll be glad you did.
Try that again.
The stars are shining bright in old Nevada, and the moon is peeking o'er a lonely hill. I'm longing for the sight of old Nevada, and the girl that I have loved and always will. I remember her smile and her sweet golden hair. I'd walk every mile just to be with her there. I can hear that lonely waltz of old Nevada, and it's calling me from over yonder hill. The stars stars are shining bright in old Nevada, and the moon is peeking o'er a lonely hill. I'm longing for the sight of old Nevada and the girl that I have loved and always will. I remember her smile and her sweet golden hair. I'd walk every mile just to be with her there. I can hear that lonely waltz of old Nevada, and it's calling me from over yonder hill.
At bottom, girl, you make the rockin' world
Sadly, we must now return you to the Slade and Mayson show.
Hey, Macarena.
Oh, you want to take me home tonight? Oh,
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
and this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
At bottom, girl, they make the rockin' world go round.
All right, that was the Nevada Waltz by Dude Martin and his Roundup Gang, conducted by Ted Johnson.
Like that.
That was in commemoration of today being National Nevada Day. So remember, gang, next time you see Nevada, I want you to take it out for a bite to eat today, okay? Because it is National Nevada Day. Nature's reclamation.
I want me a jelly burger.
I think that's what the cat left me.
Hey,
so yeah.
Before you get started, I have a question for you, and then I'm going to let you go on and ramble because you got to talk about icy something icy.
That's right.
I want you to think of all the times that you've been inebriated.
Oh, like 20 minutes ago.
What is the worst thing that you can say about that inebriation? And let me lead you on to the question why I'm asking that.
Okay.
Have you ever said anything to someone and not remembered saying it?
No.
Have you ever done anything and had no recollection of having done it?
Well, I wouldn't know about that, would I?
Well, okay. Now, I here's the way
Do you remember
I preface.
No, I remember. Unless someone told me I said it.
I preface this story.
Hmm.
I have never been this drunk or this sleepy. Now, the Palm Beach Post claims that a West Palm Beach, Florida woman is recovering from being hit by a train.
Oh, my.
The unidentified woman got drunk before falling asleep on some tracks. She woke up just as the slow-moving train hit her.
It must have been a really slow-moving train.
I have never been that drunk or that sleepy because, number one, trains make a lot of noise.
That's true.
All right. And if you're laying on the track that they're coming down, you got even more noise and vibration.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, I cannot prove this, but I'm just going to go on the assumption that, I would say that this chick probably was not feeling very well when she laid down on the tracks. Yeah, it's like, and like I say, I've never been that drunk or that sleepy ever in my life. You know why?
Why?
Because I have sense. And when I'm drinking, I make it my business to not go anywhere near train tracks, just in case I got some wise guy friends who might want to push me into the train. So here's a word to the wise. If you're going to drink, make sure that you're not hanging out with bozos who would actually let you lay on a track and get hit by a train. There we go. I'm done. Thank you.
Still hidden on a train. When you're standing with your beer, you don't know why it's here. Drink the train beer. No, okay.
We won't get dinged for that one.
No, we won't get. Not when you make up something. All right, this episode, this part, this section, this area, this divine, this separation, this absolute silliness on this side of the Slade and Mayson show is stop it already. Is brought to you by IC something IC nice. All right. So I see something I see something I see. That's ICEYSOMETHIN. Leave the G off, for goodness sakes. ICEY.com. What is that all about? Well, if you've been listening to the Slade and Mayson show for longer than 12 seconds, you know that it is a shaved ice treat brought to you by my buddy Sheila Keenan.
You know, when we started this show back in 1949,
yeah.
I See Something Icy was one of our first sponsors.
That's right, and they continue to be so. They're great for any birthday parties or fundraisers, church events, corporate events, something like that, that you'll be scheduling later on in the summer. Give them a call at 804-617-8827. That's 804-617-8827. That's 804-617-8827. Write down the number, 804-617-8827. Call before midnight tonight. It's 804-617-8827. It's kind of like an 800 number, but it's an 804 number. So it's 804 and then 617-8827. Really delicious treats. Been there before. You will not be disappointed. You can have them for like a private party, right? They'll come by with their truck. They'll get the shaved ice treats. You bring them on board. You give them to the kids. You can have the adult treats. Put them off to the side. Put some drizzle, something a little extra on top of that, baby. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do that.
You alcoholic.
Yeah, there you go. And then, give them a call. I see something icy. I see something icy. Icy treats. They're at www.icsomethingIcy.com. They're
What's
on
that number again?
804-617-8827. That's 804-617-8827.
All right, now that we've taken care of that business, hey, Dan, do you remember a few years ago when
No, I don't.
When the military was accused of overspending because they were doing things like buying $400 hammers?
Well, you know, they got to get a replacement policy on it, but yeah.
Okay, hey, you're going to love this one. You are going to love this one. Bloomberg says that toilets on the Navy's two newest aircraft carriers have been clogging.
That's because they're putting toilet paper down instead of putting the wipe the butt wipes.
Here's the catch to it. Now I want you to listen very carefully to the next 20 words I say to you. Cleaning the toilets with a specialized acid costs an average of $400,000 per flush.
What? That's almost like a lot of money.
Cleaning the toilets with a specialized acid costs an average of $400,000 per flush.
That means you should never flush again.
New toilets are unable to withstand the demand of constant use.
Oh, gosh.
All right, so now just imagine this genius. Let me see here. Now, it's like we're going to flush in 500 gallons of water every time it flushes. It's like, and that should cost us $400,000.
Why is it so much?
Well, because it's like, it's expensive because the same geniuses who brought us $400 hammers brought us $400,000 cleaning to flush a toilet.
Why can't they use the same toilet they have in the airplanes? The airplanes no longer use that blue gel. They no longer have a wet system. What happens is you sit, it just vacuums. Everything just sucks out.
And where does it go?
It goes into actually a large bucket, like a big bucket. But the dealio is it doesn't use any fluid. It doesn't use that blue gunk that you find at like most wine festivals and things like that. It is just it's a system that just vacuums it away, and it's all Teflon coated on the inside. So there's no stain, if you will, left behind.
Hey, listen, the Navy says their new toilets are unable to withstand the demand of constant use.
Hold it in there, soldier. Yes, but hold it in there.
Hold it.
Dive. No. I got to go topside first. Like now.
Woo.
Oh my gosh! I was looking. Did you know that Kraft makes? I cannot believe this. This is terrible. I don't mean to bash on anybody. They're all doing it, but you know what those little Instacup containers look like? They're about 4.5 ounces, little tiny
Oh,
plastic
you can have a
doohickeys.
personalized microwave meal.
Yeah, yeah. So what you do is you open this thing up, and inside you'll find three processed closed container, little tiny packages that you now have to open up and throw away. So you got the outer package, you get the plastic cover package, you got the cover for the plastic container, you got a wrap that goes around the container. These are all things that you never will use again that are all a part of this thing. Now, inside that container, there are three packages. One has a meat-like thing, the other one has a cheese-like thing, and the other one has like a vegetable-like thing. And then you open each one of these and you put this into this container and you crack an egg in it and then you nuke it for 30 seconds, mix it, nuke it again, and you get like a cracked egg meal. Guys, it's called a frying pan, okay? And what you do is you set the heat on it and you throw the egg in there and you throw those things in there. You don't have to have an outer package. You don't have to have a contained
You don't
system.
have to have 16 outer packages.
Oh my gosh. It's just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. What and we're all like, oh, we're gonna find a way to recycle, but
Yeah, but
none of that is recyclable.
And then add insult to injury, Dan.
Hmm.
I guarantee you, all those little packages, they're supposed to be easy open. And
No,
they aren't.
they're not. They're not. You can see them. They got that little tiny perforation at the top, and you're like,
Right. And
Yeah,
you go
that
to
ain't gonna
tear that,
happen.
it's like it tears a little piece off.
that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Hey, how many tattoos do you have?
One.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I have one tattoo. I'm brown.
I got like 67 of them, and they're starting to spread a little bit. But
Like I said, nope, I have one tattoo.
there's this one, and then there's this one over here on my arm.
Yeah,
and
that's
this
the one you try to convince me that you might be a Negro, and it's like, and I tell you, no, Dan, that's skin cancer. All right.
You're going straight to hell. So
I
anyway,
know, but all my friends will be there, so I won't be alone.
I'll hold the door open for you. The oh my gosh. So the reason I ask is there is a new gadget that you can purchase called a Prinker, Prinker, Prinker. And what you do is it's a little handheld device, and you sync up your image, or whatever you want to do, and then you go over to your skin and you just roll this thing on like a roll circa 1960 roll-on
Deodorant?
deodorant. Yep, and it leaves a semi-permanent. I say semi-permanent because next time you take a good shower, it's gone. Semi-permanent inked rendition of what a tattoo would look like on your skin. So, and people are buying these things, and just that, you put the image down, and then you go see the tattoo artist, and you're like, oh, is that where you want it? Oh, okay, well, it's already. And they just go right on top of that. And it's called the Prinker. Have you ever heard of this thing?
No.
Okay, it's going to be up on our website for people to take a look at. So there,
I will tell you this much, Dan. It's like, again, being diabetic, I stick myself with a needle every day.
okay.
Before I had to do that, it's like the thought of just having someone sitting there drilling me with lots of little tiny holes. I have a very practical excuse for this. God gave me such a beautiful canvas. He
Mhm.
really did. I just cannot improve on it. So I will just keep my brown tattoo and let the rest of it go.
Yeah, I got these little flakes all over my arms and everything. One day they're going to grow. Yeah. They get
Or
big.
they'll all join together and then you'll be brown.
Look, it's a brown white man.
oh, what is that disease that Michael Jackson had? What is that thing? You got the opposite of it.
is it pedophilia? What?
Instead of vertigo, isn't that what it's called?
He's got vertigo? What?
No, vertigo. That's like I say. That's when you're brown and you got lots of white patches.
Okay.
You are white and you got lots of brown patches. So you got reverse vertigo. All
I
right,
thought that was a
listen.
port wine stain. Okay.
well, at least after the 5 that you killed earlier in the show, you still have about 12 children around.
Yeah, there's should be like 12
Now,
dozen
I
or so.
want you to think about the birth of every one of your children.
Okay. Yep.
And
Ooh, 4 hands. Yep.
and the lovely woman who was going to give you these children,
Mhm.
before she went into labor,
Mhm.
did she have any weird habits?
No weird habits, but before she had any children, she had an absolute disdain for chocolate in any way, shape, or form.
She wouldn't like me at all, would she?
After Oh my God. After that, she became a chocoholic. It's really weird. Now, not
Is there
not in the
something
way,
you need to tell
not
us yet?
not in the biblical sense.
Oh my God.
Oh God. All right, what are you getting
Okay.
at?
If we're gonna send us down the handbasket, let's just go express. The reason I ask you this is because the New York Post says that a self-proclaimed social media influencer from Birmingham, Alabama, spent
Alabama? Did you delay on that one?
yeah, because I couldn't believe it was actually Birmingham, Alabama, spent $3,000 on an extreme makeover before giving birth. Emma Ford had her hair and makeup done before splurging on a new outfit. She wore 4-inch stiletto heels and carried a Michael Kors handbag into the hospital.
Darling, you look marvelous. Now, legs up.
Sometimes it's better to look good than to feel good. Now, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Now, I have had a couple of children. Well, the women I've been with have had a couple of children.
Okay.
And with my first one, again, like I say, I tried to avoid having to have to be there because her mother was determined I was going to be there to see all this. And so I went home and I started puttering around. And when the hospital called and said, "We're waiting for you," and you know how you drag your feet because you look like you're going to get a whipping. Yeah, that's the way I.
Wait, they're waiting for you. What do they got? Her legs up and they're holding the kid. It's like, wait, hold on, don't let him splash out yet. It's not like a
Basically, when I
Ziploc bag,
got
you know.
When I got to the hospital, I slipped on my little cardboard booties and
Yeah.
my outfit,
Mhm.
and yes, he was in the stirrups waiting for me.
Hmm.
All right, so now with my youngest, I was doing a morning show at a certain radio station that you're familiar with. I was a hot shot disc jockey. And so, of course, my hours are always stayed the same. I was sleeping in the middle of the night. It was 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
When the woman who was going to bear my second child came down, and she was walking around going, "Ugh, Now, again, why would you do that in a room with somebody sleeping unless you wanted to wake them up?
That's right.
So I rolled over. I let the first couple of uhs go by, and then I said, "Hey, what's the matter?" And she said, "I don't know, man. I got gas, some kind of bad." So I rolled over.
It's not gas.
It's not gas.
It's
I
good.
said, "Wait a minute, that's not gas. That's labor." Wham! I jumped off of the couch, and it's like, and I'm trying to get my stuff together. Blah 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 blah. Well, they did not have the 911 system when my youngest was born.
There's good dinosaurs back then. Stomp on the. Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
No
so
wires.
I am on the phone trying to explain to the rescue squad how to get to my house. And I'm like, all right. So now I know that I have made no sense to these people, but I tell them to just come down the route number and I'll make sure that you don't miss my house.
Mhm.
And at that point, I went out in my shorts, no shoes, no shirt, and drove my car so I blocked the road.
No shoes.
Yeah,
no
no shirt,
shirt. No problem. Sorry.
Now, dig it. So they come to my house and it's like, and they get in there and it's like, all right. Now, before they get there, I'm on the phone trying to tell them how to get there. And it's like, and then I hang up. And all of a sudden I hear, "Ah!"
Oh no.
I pick up the phone now. It's like, hold the baby between legs.
Gary, it's that third caller again.
right, so now I'm looking at this woman who spent $3,000 on a
Yeah.
makeover and clothes and all that. Let me tell you something. If I had even suggested, hey, honey, why don't you put on a little makeup? There would have been 2 patients in that hospital. One would have been in critical condition.
With a lower jaw missing.
I mean, look, like I say, I understand that, you want everything to be right. But, I mean, look, this is childbirth.
Mhm.
This is one of the messiest things that we as human beings can ever accomplish.
Yeah.
So, talking about putting on your Michael Kors outfit and your, again, and all your great jewelry, your Harry Winston jewels is ridiculous. Because number one, you're not going to remember it. You're going to think of what a pain in the butt it was to have all that stuff on.
Yep.
You because they couldn't off.
That's great.
There I am. Now I feel much better.
Do you feel better now?
I feel much better.
That's
man.
great. Yeah, usually it's like, with us, it was like, we got some clean clothes packed up? Yeah, all right, let's go.
I mean,
'Cause it's like, you just gotta go.
The I Love Lucy episode where it's like Ricky's going crazy and they got the suitcase. And it's like, and then Fred's got the suitcase, and then Fred's like, oh, but wait a minute, where's Lucy? Oh, wait a minute, we gotta go back here. Now there's Ricky, but where's Lucy?
My favorite is the Dick Van Dyke Show when he did that.
Laura,
So
yeah.
you guys got Google that on YouTube or whatever. Find out that was actually the best one there. So, and of course, you know what causes
Yeah, I do.
children? Yes. It's like drinking red wine, and all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you have a child. You're like, what happened?
You never find.
But you know,
Oh, yeah.
red wine is really good for you. And now they're finding out the red wine is actually good for your gut. That's right. So all that weird bacteria that's down there doing, the stuff it's supposed to do.
All that red wine is good for your gut. You drink enough of it, your gut swell up. 9 months later, boom.
Yeah, that's right, baby. It's a beautiful thing. Poor JD. He just wishes he had some wine to drink. Yeah, I did start. No, I didn't. Wasn't me.
Yes, you did.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, that's, gang, I hate to break it to you.
No, I got one more story.
Well, hurry up. You got to make it quick.
Okay, here we go. Listen, we are in such a strange state of affairs. We have no patience with each other. So I love this story. WJTV says that the Manchester, New Hampshire police recently arrested Benjamin Leyland after he chased another man with a sword because the man asked him to turn down his music. Benjamin was relaxing in his home when the man knocked on his door and made his request. Benjamin became irate, grabbed his sword, and then chased the man down the hallway. I mean, what is wrong with us, Dan?
Turn that music down! I can't stand Menudo! Come on!
on!
When I was your age, we used to listen to Perry Como. That's not Perry Como anymore.
I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all.
Say goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Slade. Bye, everybody. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Just stay at home.
It's like the dream sequence.
Guest of the Slade and Mayson Show, stay at home.
Wait. Bye, everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.